Here we go again. It's another woman, especially a left leaning woman, with really, really stupid fucking takes, failing at life but living on easy street, telling people what they should and shouldn't do. Every single time that I see Mia Khalifa and it has nothing to do with porn, it's always fucking terrible. I think that the most she's ever contributed to the world was literally sucking dick. And I know this is insane to say because this is typically not the way that I try to talk about things, but it's true. Some people don't contribute nothing, absolutely nothing. I'll even go further. Some people are better off when they have things going in their mouth than coming out of it. Because the truth of the matter is, of all of the, I remember seeing me Khalifa talk about marriages when she's had multiple failed marriages, talking about telling other women that she followed that follows her that we have no obligation to men. I remember sitting here listening to her talk about she was a victim, though she wanted to be a swinger and all of this extra shit. And when she went into porn, and her husband was this terrible person that forced her into porn, that multiple times we have evidence of Mia Khalifa talk about she was excited about that. And before she got into porn, she was a slut. So you guys remember when Mia Khalifa said that she was upset that the people who was recording the people in Israel being beheaded and killed by the Muslims on October 7th, they didn't record, they was recording in vertical instead of horizontal, and she would give them tips to do it. Here we go again. Again, there are just some people, bro, the United States needs to have a thing where if you consistently go against the United States, consistently, you should have your citizenship revoked. If you don't like, if you came here and you come to America and you're living, you like America, you like the benefits you get from America, but you're not loyal to America, you got to get the fuck to stepping.
Good morning to everybody who is not in the US military. Good morning to everybody who is sitting at home and not on soil that doesn't belong to them, fighting.
Nobody has soil that belongs to them. I'm so tired of this fucking this angle where you gotta be wrong for the shit that happened in the past. You had people that lost land, you had people that gained land. That's the way that it fucking worked. Everywhere. That's everywhere. Everywhere. You know who kept losing land consistently? The people of fucking Gaza. When they kept starting all those goddamn wars and they kept losing more and more land to Israel. Israel didn't start those wars. You're only mad because your people lost or the people you rep. You're not even really Muslim. Man, okay, sure. You know what's funny about Mia Khalifa? I'm sorry. You know what's really funny about her? She quit doing porn not because she didn't like it. She quit doing porn because she started getting threatened by the same dudes that watched her the most in the Middle East, saying that they got the chance to catch her, they would cut her fucking head off. Like just stupid. Just people who should, man.
A war for a country that doesn't care about them. I hope you go over there and get your little brain all scrambled up with PTSD and then come back here and see how much the United States cares about you, Pookie. See how much they care about you when you come back with, oh, I'm so sad. I piss my pants every time I see a falafel stand in Manhattan. Let's see how much the VA cares about you. Let's see what they tell you to do with your little broken brain from going over to fight a war that's not yours. They're going to.
The irony in her sitting here saying that the country doesn't care about you, the government is not your neighbor. Your government is not your fellow soldier. Your government is not the woman waiting for you to come home after serving your duties. The only people who are in the government who are not helping the VA people are people that you vote for with your fucking left-leaning policies. If you want to clean up the VA, we got to get rid of all of the people who are in the VA who are siphoning money, who are not helping our soldiers. And that's not a hard thing to do, but we got to be able to pass the proper bills and we got to clean up. I hate the we got to clean up the swamp. You want to help the VA? We got to stop letting people like this sit here and allow them to be lied to by the left-leaning people who control the government, who sit there telling the VA, "Oh, we can't help our people." When we could send billions and billions over to Ukraine, when we could send all this money over to Israel, but we can't help our own people. The country, the country, our, there's more patriots in America than there are people like this. than there are people who don't believe in our country. Way more. This is insane.
I'm going to tell you to try breathing exercises because the US government does not give a fuck about you once you cannot die.
Remember, this is the same girl who said that she believed that porn was harder than actually serving in the military. She said being a matrix actress was harder than serving in the military.
For them. Once you're done, once you're a shell, they don't care about you. What did I say on Z-Way that one time? Yeah, I think that still stands as very accurate. Good morning.
And you know what the crazy thing is? If you look at her, it's the same fucking fake mannerisms as the types like Pokimane. Same mannerisms. It's the same. Listen, play this video with no sound. It is the same mannerisms as fucking Pokimane. It's literally head empty, speaking, regurgitating bullshit. Because all that they know is bullshit when it comes down to this type of stuff. But they're trying to act much deeper than what it is. Some stupid people should just be seen and not heard. And some people should be removed. I'm just being honest. Some people just need to be removed. Mia Khalifa's family fled the Middle East because of an ongoing war when she was a child, and she grew up in Maryland with the safety and stability afforded to all Americans by the U.S. military. And that is where she met her first husband when she was like 16, and they met each other. He married her. She was literally a slut during that time. During the time that she was with him, they were swingers. She was going and doing a bunch of stripper things while she was married to this man. The man was cool with it because he was into that shit. She was cool with it. It wasn't like as though she wasn't cool with it or she was forced into it. This was something that she was into. And then that's when she eventually started to get contacted by modeling agencies and et cetera, which ended up being porn. So okay, this is what she thinks of U.S. military members. Unfortunately, she is a U.S. citizen now, so we can't deport her back to the Middle East, where she wouldn't last long due to her past. And wow, so that's a Muslim person that doesn't like her. Goddamn. I mean, she is right that the U.S. government doesn't care about you once you can no longer die for them. Alternatively, she is a whore, so who gives a fuck about what she has to say about anything? Mia Khalifa helped this poor white soldier cure his PTSD in the past. What happened? And mind you, she was mediocre at porn too, so she wasn't even yo. You know what's the craziest thing about Mia Khalifa? Mia Khalifa wasn't even good at the thing that she was known for. She wasn't even she was subpar at sucking dick. She basically was a starfish when it came down to when it came down to getting fucked. She couldn't do anal. Like let's be real here. The only thing Mia Khalifa had going for her was her prosthetic titties and the fact that she did a scene where she acted like she was Muslim and it outraged the Muslims, though they was looking up Mia Khalifa porn videos in the Middle East the most. It's crazy. She ain't no Lisa Ann. Just saying, she ain't no Lisa Ann. She ain't no Laura Jensen. I'm just saying. She ain't no Cherokee. I'm just saying she's none of these mattress actresses. But acting like she was one of it's crazy. We'll deport them anyway. I don't like her, but she's not disparaging U.S. military members here. She's actually attacking our government, who sends our men and women off to war and then doesn't take care of them when they return, which is true. It is absolutely true. But here's the thing: the people who are doing the men and women of our country dirty are the same people that she votes for their fucking policies, so they stay in power. If we had a proper common sense fucking government without all of the bullshit from that one side, we would actually be able to take care of our infrastructure. We would actually be ahead when it comes down to technology. We would actually still be respected on the world stage. We would actually be able to take care of our servicemen and women. And we would, instead of focusing more on wars that we have no business being in, instead of pushing LGBT nonsense rhetoric inside of schools, instead of doing all of this social media shit to make men think that they can be women and women can be men, and all of this goddamn division in this country. Come on now. Does anyone care about what someone who took cum shots to the face for a living on camera? Listen, I'm not sitting here saying that whatever that her past was, she can't be listened to. What I'm sitting here saying is that there is a patterned recognition here, and more than likely, if a person has a background that all they do is make really, really bad takes, and in combination, they used to suck dick for a living, maybe they're not the best person to listen to. This is why we shouldn't accept immigrants from countries we are blowing up. They don't like us. She is a cunt. Live look in her past. Oh no. You can't fuck your way out of tyranny, Miss Khalifa. Though she thinks she would. She think that she would. Who cares? The only reason people who know who she is what she fucked is that she fucked people for money. Ignore her and she'll go away. Just another garbage human. You know what's funny? Apparently she has a sister or somebody who's related to her or somebody who whatever. Forgot what the other girl's name is. Supposed to be like a relative or something. Who's better than her in the same field that she supposedly was supposed to be the goat at. One of the goats at. It's hilarious. And a naturally better body. Irony. She's a cum dumpster. Her opinion is invalid. That war can get bent. We do need to do better for our veterans, though. The VA kind of sucks. I don't use them anymore, and I just pay for insurance. Never forget, me and Khalifa used his mask to pick up dog shit before putting it on. I remember that. Do you guys remember that? Ew. Ew. U.S. citizen, U.S. citizenship can be revoked. She's engaged in prostitution, so okay. Anyway, that's the video. Let me know what you think. I'll catch you next time.